9 a.m.
Coffee's down. Screens are on. Sound familiar? It's that quiet, predictable start to another day at the office. But what happens when that rhythm gets completely shattered?
Today we're going to break down a fantasy, an anthem, really, for anyone who's ever just stared at a spreadsheet and wished for a beat to drop. This is the anatomy of a full-blown 9-to-5 rebellion.
You know, every rebellion has to have something to rebel against, right? Well, our story kicks off in a place the song perfectly calls life in grayscale, that familiar, washed-out world of the modern cubicle.
It's more than just a place. It's a whole soundscape. You've got the relentless blinking of the inbox, those tight deadlines just hanging over your head, and that constant, oppressive, fluorescent hum. And underneath all of that, the endless tapping of keyboards while the clock moves impossibly slow, and your brain just kind of feels like it's on freeze. I mean, that is the definition of the daily routine.
And this line right here, it just perfectly captures that core feeling. This isn't just about a boring job, it's about an entire existence that's been drained of all its color, filtered through the dull glow of a monitor. This is a world just waiting for a spark.
And then, the spark. It arrives in the most unexpected way possible. This is the moment the whole story pivots. A single beat breaks through.
See, it starts really small. Just this sound that absolutely does not belong. A bass line leaking through the sterile walls of the office. It's like an invasion from a completely different world. A pulse of actual life in the middle of all that quiet hum of productivity.
And this is what we're calling the inciting beat. It's that one moment, that singular trigger that just shatters the status quo. It's the catalyst that basically gives everyone permission to, as the song puts it, break the rules of the daily routine.
And you got to notice the immediacy here. It doesn't say we slowly consider our options or we think about dancing. Nope. With just one tiny beat, they lose it all. All that control, the monotony, that whole grayscale life, poof, it vanishes in an instant.
So what happens next? Well, let's dive into the glorious, chaotic consequence of that one beat. Welcome, my friends, to the 9 a.m. Jam.
The chorus of this anthem is basically a four-step guide, a playbook for this workplace uprising. It's a clear set of instructions. First, transform your space. Second, use what you've got. Third, turn up the volume. And fourth, shatter the routine. The fantasy suddenly becomes a pretty actionable plan.
And just look at this transformation. It is total. All those mundane sounds of work, the keyboard tapping and the slow clock, they are replaced by this new, joyful kind of percussion. Staplers suddenly become clap tracks, heels are hitting the tile in rhythm. That awful fluorescent hum gives way to a vibrant, neon crowd.
And the best part is, this rebellion is infectious. It's not just one person dancing alone in their cubicle. The tie comes loose, the printer starts beeping in time with the music. Even the boss, who's probably trying to stay cool, can't resist a little shoulder bounce. And when HR is dancing side by side, you know the old rules are officially toast.
All right, this is where things get really good. This is the moment where the actual tools of the office are repurposed for nothing but pure joy. The rules of the routine aren't just broken anymore, they're being completely rewritten.
That sound of productivity?
Bam! It's the sound of the party now.
The very fuel that powers the 9 to 5 becomes the downbeat of the rebellion. And the documents themselves, the spreadsheets, the memos, the things that defined their grayscale life, they're now just confetti, raining down in a slow-motion storm of freedom.
So, just for fun, if we were to put on our corporate hats and do a quick vibe analysis here, the data would be, well, pretty conclusive. Productivity has totally flatlined at 0. Monotony is barely hanging on, and the overwhelming metric? Pure, unadulterated joy. The takeover is complete.
But you know how it goes. All parties have a last call. Every fantasy has to eventually bump up against the real world, and that brings us to the final and most crucial question.
Think about it. This entire experience, this beautiful, chaotic explosion, lasted less than an hour. It went from routine to rebellion, and now it's right back on the brink of reality. It was a brief, but man, what a powerful escape.
And there it is, the voice of responsibility. It's the outside world knocking on the door of the party. The meeting, the ultimate symbol of corporate structure, is about to restart the clock.
And so, that leaves us and you with this one question. The music hasn't actually stopped, but the real world is calling. Do you put the tie back on? Do you start picking up all the papers? Or, knowing that meeting starts in 5 minutes, do you keep dancing?